Okay, hi everybody. Today we're going to draw the Carmine Bee-Eater.
Could be Carmen, we don't know.
It could be Carmen, could be Carmine, we don't know. The Carmine Bee-Eater occurs across sub-equatorial Africa, which means they're in Africa and they're right under the equator, so probably right around the Sahara Desert, underneath the Sahara Desert. They range from KwaZulu-Natal and Congo to Kenya. So those are like, I guess, states in Africa, countries in Africa. This species, like other bee-eaters, is a richly colored striking bird, predominantly carmine in color, like its name. So it also has a blue crown and underparts. Its usual habitat includes low altitude river valleys and floodplains, preferring vertical banks suitable for tunneling when breeding, but they really mostly dig like vertical burrows on the level surface of small salt islands. This is a highly sociable species, gathering in large flocks in or out of breeding season. They lay from 2 to 5 eggs per nest. The reason they're called the bee-eater is, you probably guessed it, they eat bees. But they also eat other flying insects. They're attracted to wildfires because of the flushed insects, which means all the insects will flee away from the fire up into the air, and they'll circle high and wait for the bugs to come up and so they can catch them. This bird really makes me think of all the beauty in God's creation. You too are a wonderful creation. Psalms 139:14 says, we praise God because he has made us fearfully and wonderfully. Marvelous are his works. So seek the Lord today and allow him to use you for his glory. Okay.
Sound.
We have a cool sound. We have the sound of the Carmine Bee-Eater that we want to show you. So it's kind of raspy.
A long neck.
I know, it is.
He's cute.
I know, he is.
He's really cute.
Sounds kind of like an African kookaburra.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Or Australian kookaburra. Okay, y'all ready to get started? Okay, let's see. So, we're going to start with his head, as usual. So, we're going to do it pretty high up on the paper because you see how long his tail is? It's going to cover most of the page. So, we're just going to do a line that goes up, it curves up, and then it's going to come like farther down than where we started, so about right there. So pretty high up there on the page. Unless you have like a longer page, you can do it a little bit lower. Okay, now we're going to do its beak. We're going to do a curve. It kind of goes up and then back down. And then we're going to bring it back down like that. So they have a pretty long beak compared to the rest of their body. Okay, now we're going to do a sideways V to connect the beak. So it just goes out and then back in. And then, like we always do, we're just going to do that line that divides it from the middle. Mine kind of looks like he's smiling.
Yeah, it kind of does. Kind of looks 3D.
Okay, so now we're going to do his back. So we're just going to do a line that comes down like this. Just going to like be a really long line because there doesn't really have very many bumps. They're kind of skinny birds almost, but not very skinny, like lean, you know. They're not very chubby like a lot of birds are. Hunter, you're muted.
They kind of look like hummingbirds.
I know, they kind of do. Okay, so now we're going to continue that line all the way down here. Oh, here. Can y'all see that?
That's a pretty long line.
I know, their tails are really long.
Yeah, it is very long.
But it looks kind of weird right now. It looks like that would be his body and his tail would be like, no. But that's not how it goes. It's just like the tail is real skinny and it comes up. So it's going to look different. We're going to do a line. It kind of goes in and then back out. It's kind of a little very straight S. You stretched out an S. See if you turn it like that. Or you can just keep it like that. So it starts there and it goes in and then back out. Okay, now we're going to bring that down a little more. But it's going to be, so that's his belly. So y'all, do y'all want to keep doing this bird class in the past weeks? Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okie dokie. Okay, now we're going to bring that line. It's going to be kind of straight. Is that a dog? Okay, we're going to bring that line kind of straight back that way, like that. And so this is going to be his belly, and then his tail is going to come down like that. Okay, now when we come down here, we're going to go like that. And then we're going to bring that line back up like a little spike. And it looks like a thorn. Okay, so that's good, Giovanni. Now we're going to bring that down, back down, and then it's going to get real skinny. It's going to go down and get real skinny down there. And they have a real long, skinny tail. That's perfect, Giovanni. Wow, that's a really good tail. Might even be better than mine. So yeah, like Giovanni did, you want to try to keep your tail lines as straight as possible because they're very straight. It's almost like you're doing like a stick, a real straight stick. Okay, now we're going to do his eye up here. So we're just going to do a little oval. And then we're going to do a little one inside, but it's going to be right next to the outline. So it's real close. And then we're going to do the little highlight, like we always do. Little circle inside. What was that? Okay, so now we're going to bring the wing line around. That was a funny noise. Okay, so we're just going to bring the wing line. And it's going to come pretty far down. And it's going to go into that little spike that we drew. Giovanni, was that your chair? So it's going to go down into the spike. And then we're going to bring it down this way. And then as we go down, we're just going to bring it into the side. And then we're going to bring it back out and then come back up like that. So that's his wing. Now we're going to do his feet. So we're just going to start with two little curves. It's two little skinny hooks. That's perfect. And now we're going to bring them back like that. Then we're going to do those little things that come back out, just two little tiny spikes. And then you all probably already know how to do the branch to match them all up. To go through and match them up like that. And then connect both sides with zigzags. And then we're going to do that line, or those two lines, through the middle of the foot. All right. Let me move this a little bit this way so y'all can see the tail.
Still working on the feet.
Okay, well, you're really loud, Hunter. That's perfect, Giovanni. I like your stick. It has a small leaf on it. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so this bird is real colorful. Like you can see in this picture. It's a rainbow. I know, it's like a rainbow. So we're going to start here and just do a little line that comes out of the side of the wing. And then we're just going to bring it back. And that little section is going to be green. It's like a light green. You see down in there, little light green. And then we're going to do a line that starts where the green ended. And it's going to come up like that. So just this little line right here comes up. And then we're going to do the same thing over here, but it's going to be down there. Okay, now we're going to do a line like that, but we're not going to connect. It's just a little line, little curved line in between those two lines. And then lastly, we're going to bring those lines back up and match them with the other ones. So that little section, this section right here that goes out, across, and then back in, it's like an upside down U shape. You turn it like that, but that's going to be black. Okay, so now we got to do the other little wing that's popping up over here. So it's going to be coming out of the back. Just a line out and then back in, like that. And there's the other little wing. But we're also going to do a stripe at the bottom, just one line to make a stripe. And then another, just one line above it. And then we're going to do half of a line above that second one. And then here, I'll hold it close while I draw. We're just going to bring it back up into the back of the wing. So this part, this stripe right in the middle is going to be black, and so is this up here. But this little spot and this down here are going to be like a light tan, like you can see right here.
Kind of looks like light brown.
Yeah, it's like a light brown. Okay, now we're going to bring a line down that matches the beak, that beak line. And then it's going to go into the eye. Then we're going to bring it back out and go all the way, but then we're going to stop about halfway. So don't do the line through the eye, just imagine it going through. That's perfect, Giovanni. Okay, right where we brought that line down, right where we brought that line across, we're going to bring it down. I love that, Hunter.
Thanks.
And then we're going to do a little bump. It kind of comes back up a little bit. And then we're going to bring that line all the way into right under the beak. So that little pattern that goes around the eye is going to be black. And then we're going to continue this line that goes up. We're going to continue it up. And then that little crown on the top is going to be like a light blue. I love that, Emmy. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so we're almost ready to color it, but we're just going to do a little zigzag line down here. And this part is going to be blue. It's going to kind of match the top of the head, but the top of the head is going to be a little bit greener blue. Okay, so I think we're pretty much done. So before we start coloring, you can use your pencil if you want. I'm going to use a black marker, or you can use a pen, your black pastel. Anything that's black will work. So I'm just going to color in the eye, but be real careful not to get that little highlight. Okay, so
What did you use for the eye?
just a black marker, pen, pastel, pencil, anything that's black. So what do y'all think we should start coloring first? The wing?
The tail.
Tail? Okay, let's start with the tail. So I'm going to get, let me see. I'm going to get my black pastel, and I'm going to do a little line a little bit more than halfway up the tail. And then I'm going to color in all of the space that's underneath that black line.
Can you pause a moment, please? I'm trying to like rip off the paper.
Go ahead, take your time.
You used the black or the dark brown?
This is black.
Okay.
Okay, so just tell us when you're ready, Giovanni. Just give us a thumbs up. Okay, so y'all, it's called a Carmine Bee-Eater because it has mostly like a carmine color, and carmine is like, it's like pinkish, almost like a coral color. So you can see here, it's like a coral pink, kind of maybe kind of a little bit of yellowish orange down here, kind of a cream color. So it has lots of beautiful colors. Okay, you ready, Giovanni? Nice. Okay, so now we're going to get our black again, and we're going to go do that little sideways U pattern that we did right here, those two lines, and then the line across at the top.
Are you using a black or a brown?
This is black.
Right there?
Yeah, just this little section that goes out and in right before the tip of the wing.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to get like, it's like a reddish brown. And I'm going to color all of this, the spike that comes out, and all above the tail until that black pattern.
A reddish brown?
Yeah, it's like a mahogany color. That's perfect, Giovanni. Like a great color. It's like a mahogany color. It's like burnt orange, like the color of the, it's like the color of what we used for the belly of the robin.
Kind of.
That's perfect. That's a great color, Giovanni. Okay, now we're also going to go and do that same color inside the black pattern. Perfect. And now do inside here, like inside the black pattern.
Okay.
Okay, so let's move to the wing. I'm going to get like a pinkish red. It's like a, yeah, like a dark pink. And I'm just going to do a little,
Which one's best?
the one on your right. Yeah, that one that you're jiggling. That one's perfect.
Which one?
And then if it's still, the one on your left. And if y'all's are a little bit too light, you can just go back over with a small bit of red.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to get a little bit of orangish color.
Hell yeah.
That's great. And if you don't have orange, you can make it with red and yellow. Perfect. Yes.
Same one.
I know, it probably is the same one. Okay, so we're going to get that orange and we're just going to color in the whole wing. So it's going to look kind of bright right now, but it's going to get a little bit darker.
Will we go over with the white on the dark colors?
You can go over on the light colors, like you could go over on gray, and it would make the gray lighter.
Sure.
Even white itself will make a small shadow. Okay, so after we get that orange, we're going to get our brownish red again, our mahogany color. And we're going to go down there and color over the orange and just do the bottom portion.
Go back to where?
Oh, just over the bottom of the orange part and just go do a little shadow down there.
Okay.
That's perfect. Okay, and now I'm just going to do little stripes. Just a few little stripes that go up like that. And then I'm going to go in and do a bunch of little dots in the open space that's left. Like that. Just, they're very faint. Just little faint brown dots.
With the red?
The brownish red.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm going to get my white and I'm going to go back over those little dots. Just kind of anywhere you want to lighten it up a little bit, maybe do some highlights. We'll just lighten it up a little bit. And then you can go back over with the reddish brown and outline those little circles, anything that you think would make it look like feathers. Okay, so we're done with the wing. Now we're going to do the belly down here. So just going to get a light blue. And we're going to do this section down here.
Which one do you think is the right one?
The one that, the lighter one. Yeah, that one. The one on your left.
Thanks.
Yeah, it kind of looks more like it has a little bit of hint of green in it. So that'll be good. You see how mine kind of has, it's almost like teal. It's almost like a teal color. Okay, now we're also going to do the crown on the head. We're going to do it that same color. So, but after we do that, we're going to go in with a real light one. It's almost white, but it's kind of greenish.
I don't have that color. Can I just use white?
Yes, you can just go back over with white. And then maybe a little, very small, yeah, that's the same one. Same one. So, and you can go over with white, and then maybe after that a little bit, very small bit of light green. This is like a mixture between white and light green.
It actually kind of looks like aqua green.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so we still have a lot of colors to go. I know, very colorful. Okay, now we're going to get that dark pink again, and we're going to do another little triangle on the neck. Now we're going to get a light cream color. It's like a sand color.
Oh, yeah.
That's perfect, Giovanni.
This one?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it just looks a little lighter because of the lighting.
Yeah, that's
right
it.
there.
That's it.
Our windows.
Now we're going to color. Let's see, we're going to make a little V on the belly. Like that. About halfway up. And then we're going to color everything below it. Underneath it. Like that. And then when we get to the triangle, we're going to just fade out to nothing. Okay, now we're going to get, surprisingly, a pink, a light pink. And we're going to lightly shade around here. Just do a little pattern around down here, and around the pinkish red, just around like that. And then we're going to get that sand color again that we did on the belly and just go back over it. Really go back over everything, even the reddish pink. What was that?
I kind of fell back.
Oh. Okay, so that makes our Carmine color. And then we're going to get a bright red, just a regular bright red, and come up here on the back of the head. And we're going to do a little, just fill it in and then come out a little bit. And we're going to branch off into two little things, little thingies.
Kind of like a snake tongue.
Yeah, it does, like a snake tongue. And then we're going to get our sand color again and go over the outline, and it should kind of blend it in and make it look pink. And then we're also going to bring the sand color over the back all the way down to the bottom of the back. And then we're going to get, okay, so this next color, it's a mixture between this orange and this sand color. So this next color is going to be a mixture between the orange and the sand color. So it's like dark sand color, or a little bit more orange.
Like this?
Yes, that's the same one, probably. So Giovanni, you can go over lightly with the orange and the dark orange, and then go hard with the sand color.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, and we're just going to make a little shadow. And Giovanni, if you already have the sand color on the back, you can just go over a little bit lightly with orange. Whoop. So we're just going to go over on the back and then a little bit on the belly, on top of where the turquoise is. Like that. Okay, now we're
Where
going
do
to
you use the red again?
up here.
Okay.
And then I kind of forked it out into a little snake tongue, but then the sand color kind of blended it away. That's perfect, Giovanni. Okay, now we're going to get a light brown, and we're just going to do the stripes. We're going to start on the one, so start at the one on the bottom, do the stripe at the very, very bottom, and then skip a stripe, and then go up to the next one with the cool pattern. And then go back over the white part with black. Oh, cute. Okay, so now we're going to go back over with white down here at the very base. And then we're going to go back over that white with the light green. So it's going to make it kind of a little bit hazy. The green's going to be a little bit hazy down there. And then we're going to do just 2 brownish red stripes on the green. Okay, so now we need to do the face. So we're just going to get our black, and we're going to go do the face pattern that goes around the eye, but try not to get on the eye or the beak.
Where do you use this color?
That color? Oh, you just go over and make a little shadow on the back, and then down here a little bit. See how it's a little bit darker than right here?
Yeah.
Just little shadows. Okay. Giovanni. Oh, so many sounds. I know there's lots of different sounds on this today. Okay, so after we do that, we're just going to do shadows of black on the top and bottom of the beak. And then we're
Do
going
you use the black for the face too?
Yes.
Okay.
And then on the beak, we're going to go back with the gray. So it's going to be kind of like a dark gray.
So you put the black on and then the gray?
Yes, just shade lightly with black on some parts, like the top and the bottom. Then leave a little space white by where it connects. That's perfect, Giovanni. Okay, now last thing on the bird, we're going to color the feet black.
What about the branch?
Yeah, this is the last thing of the bird that we're going to color, and the next thing we're going to do the branch. So we're just going to color the feet brown. And then we're going to color the branch with just a dark brown.
This one?
Yes. This is the one I almost ran out of the other day, last week.
Yeah, I'm almost out. My dad said there was a bird that we could draw. A pterodactyl. Because he said a pterodactyl is basically a bird, but it's a dinosaur bird.
Flying reptile.
Kind of.
Okie dokie. So Y'all don't forget to sign your name. And we are done.